Hi everyone, this is video 2 of my Alopecia Areata update. This one I will be talking to you about ways to cover up hair loss when you lose it. So I'm going to go over a couple of things that I spoke about in my last video and then kind of give you an update on things. So as I mentioned in my last one, my hair has been falling out in patches. And one of the things I struggled with was when you look online, everywhere seems to show you how bad it really is. This is me at 4 months now. It was falling out quite a lot for 3 months straight. The average, they say, is between 90 and 100 days. It pretty much lasted 100 days, and then after that it's still been falling out, but nowhere near as much as what it was in those first 100 days. So it slowed down a lot, and as you can kind of see, it's like, I don't look too bad. That's kind of the first thing that, it doesn't mean that I'm not going through it. It's like I am, but it's like it's not as bad as what it potentially could be. One part, which is about that big right at the back, so I can kind of cover it up, has actually started growing back now. So it's 4 months since it's been falling out. That area, though, I did have steroids on it. I had steroids injected into the spot where it came out, and I was also putting liquid steroids on it for about just under 3 months I was putting it on for, and it is starting to grow back. So it doesn't look so white anymore. This bit had nothing done to it, so it's still white. There's still nothing growing back as of yet, but I'm not really expecting anything to come back until June, which would be around the 5 month mark. But yeah. So then carrying on with this video, how to cover it up. I've got 3 ways I'm going to kind of share with you. The one thing I struggled with, as I mentioned in my last video, was that when you lose your hair, it feels like you're completely out of control. And I needed to feel like I was in control. So one way that I tried to do that, and I haven't actually needed to use it because I'm kind of happy with how it looks. I mean, obviously I'm not happy, but it's not as bad as what, I was worried that I would wake up in the morning and have like a huge patch missing and then being like, I've got to go to work and I don't want to look like this. So one thing I done was I bought headbands I bought them in Walmart. I maybe spent $15 maximum on like a whole different pile. I bought ones that I could wear for work that were cheap. They're in like the school colours of where I work, so I bought ones like that. I then bought maybe like ones. This is like a fancier, slightly more expensive, like reversible one that I thought, I could use that like at home, like for going out because it looks a little bit nicer and it's a bit more fancy. And then I bought wider ones, so like this one is wider, so the idea being that if it went far back I could kind of wear it and it would cover further back than say what one of these ones would, where if you have it on your head you can still kind of see it's poking out the end. So I kind of bought some different options that would then make me feel like comfortable, but yeah, as I said, I haven't actually used them because it's not been as bad, but it's not to say that I won't, because if it starts growing back and it starts growing back crazy and like I may have to wear them to like control it. But yeah, it was just a way that I felt like I had control over the whole situation, so I thought, why not give it a go. Number 2 is using what you have to cover up the patches. As I said, like mine isn't too bad. This morning I didn't look in the mirror when I brushed my hair this morning. But like on a work day, or if I actually go out, I will try and like cover like bits. I'll like kind of move it in. Like I'm doing it backwards. You can kind of move what you have and like fan it out a bit so it doesn't look as bad. So that's one thing that I do actually tend to do most days. I haven't actually changed my hairstyle since it fell out. I've kind of been exactly the same, like I've lost bits there and I'm like, whatever, that can do. And that bit, I kind of, like I said, I try and fan it out to cover as much as possible. There was one bit that was kind of right in the front that started going, but I stole some hair from like this side and just made my part in a little bit over because I thought, that works, that kind of covers it too. So yeah, that's kind of the only thing that I really do at the moment, is I kind of just try and brush it in a way. The biggest patch, like I said, is kind of so far back I can use what's at the top to cover up the worst of it that's on like the back of my head. So yeah, you know, it's not as bad. You know, obviously some people, you know, could, you know, they do get it ridiculously bad and they would have like, you know, big patches on show. So I've been lucky that it's not been as bad for me. So I've been able to cope with it a little better. The third way is actually a way that I'm going to try right now in this video. I've not tried it before, but again, it was something of a way of feeling in control. I bought Topic hair building fibers. What it is it's like keratin, like powdered keratin that you then would like sprinkle on the patch, and essentially it blends in with your hair and covers it up. You can get all different sizes. This is like the smallest. It was also $7, so it's expensive, and it has like a little like shaker on the top. Then you just kind of shake it on. So I'm going to be trying that in a minute for the first time and seeing what the results look like, because yeah, I mean, it's not as bad. It was just kind of, I bought it just in case I needed it. And you can pick the different colours. So I've gone for like this dark brown one. There is like blonde, but some people say the blonde looks more green, which isn't great. But yeah, so I'm going to try the dark brown Topic right now on these areas which I haven't brushed. I'm not going to do anything. I'm literally just going to try and pour it on and see what it's like and see if it works. So yeah, fingers crossed. Here goes. So I just tried the Topic hair fibres and I'm actually kind of impressed. It's like I didn't really hold out much hope for it, but considering what it was like before, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I didn't use too much of it because I mean, I'm going to wash in a minute and I'm not actually going anywhere today, so I didn't kind of want to waste it. So I only kind of put it on like sparingly. It's literally like I just tip it and I'd go like that, like really like a tiny little amount, and then the idea is you kind of pat it and it like then grips to it. It does say that when you wash it, it will like wash out. So yeah, I mean, otherwise I think they said it lasts like 3 days before, like without washing it, before it will like rub off. Because yeah, like the keratin like statics itself to like the hair around it and then like fills in the white bit. But I'm actually really impressed. I might start using it all the time. Actually, it's like yeah, I'm really impressed. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, from looking, it doesn't look like it's obvious or lumpy, or maybe I'm lucky that the dark brown colour just so happens to kind of match my hair colour fairly okay. But yeah, I mean, considering how white it was, it's like I'm happy with that. So yeah, I'm gonna possibly recommend that Topic hair building fibres is also a good option for covering up. So they are my three. To go over them again quickly is hairband. Again, if it's just going to come out quick, it's just a way of being able to cope with it quickly. Like if you wake up in the morning and be like, oh, there's a chunk missing. Hairbands, a cheap get out of problem quickly solution. Trying to brush it in a way that kind of covers up the worst of it is number 2. And number 3, Topic hair building fibres. I bought mine on Amazon. Like I said, you can get different sizes, different colours. The bigger bottles also come with like a spray, like a pump that like, so rather than like tapping it and it coming out a bit like sporadically, you have more control over like the spray version of it that kind of just try to distribute it a bit more even, which I think would probably be easier. But yeah, I am fairly impressed with it. So yeah, they are my 3 ways of covering up hair loss, especially for alopecia areata. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave a message below or check out some of my other channels. I'm between England and Iowa, or England and Iowa on Instagram and Twitter. You can find me there. Yeah, I hope you all have a great day, and yeah, we can get through this.